Hi, everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Hunter from Star Wars The Bad Batch. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out for myself, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, 2 episodes in, and I can start to talk about it. No, I mean, not that I couldn't talk about it. I can start to... I got one critique, one thing I'm going to criticize about this, and I hate to nitpick. I hate to say, well, this is what they're doing wrong. But it's a big thing. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't point it out because I don't want you guys to be watching it too and be like, oh, now I see it. You know, I just noticed something that with the animation that bugs me. And now that I'm saying it, I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to worry about it. But I just wish this one thing wasn't like that. And again, it's just about the animation. That's all it is. Everything else, great. It's awesome. But let me talk to you about this. This is one thing we can talk about. This is a very interesting thing to me about this. With everybody's, I hate to say it like this, but everybody's obsession with clones and troopers and things like that, and where this is going and all that stuff. These are bad guys. Now, hang on. Hear me out. I get it. These guys kind of aren't bad guys, right? Like the Bad Batch. Okay, I get it. They're the good guys of the bad guys. But I guess what I'm saying is, you know, everybody that wants Waxer and Boyle and all this stuff and Cody and all that, they're bad guys, right? I mean, once that's turned on, once once Order 66 kicks in, they're bad guys, you know? So it's fascinating to me how everybody likes them, and I mean, I get it. If a trooper comes out in the Black Series, I buy it, no question about it. I love the design; they look cool, right? But also, I go into it with the state of mind of, yeah, this is the bad guy though. I'm buying this because they are not the good guys. I know that they're not good, right? So it's funny to me. Well, not funny to me. It's amusing to me how much everybody just loves troopers that end up like I said, they end up being, I want to say horrible people. I don't mean it like that, but you kind of know what I'm saying though, right? Like, they are horrible people. They're stormtroopers. They're there to stop the rebellion and whatnot. Now again, I get it. That's their job. They're trained to do this, or they're designed to do this. I get it. But yeah, like I said, it's always fascinating to me how much everybody is engaged with troopers, even though they're bad. Crazy, right? Because here's the other, and this is why I can say stuff like this, because I get tons and tons and tons of requests of bad guys, and hardly ever any for good guys. Crazy, right? I get them. I'm not saying I don't, but you know, everybody wants with the Poggle, the lesser, things like that, you know, and again, they're cool. I get it. But it's just fascinating how much we are all, myself included, because like I said, I buy the figures, how much we are all obsessed with the bad guys. Crazy, right? And also, let me say this about this guy. It's very interesting to me how much he is basically Billy from Predator. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, come on, that's Billy. That's Billy. All right, with the little vibro blade, whatever we're gonna call it. No, that's not a vibro blade, right? That's a very specific thing. I was just trying to say some kind of space words, put some space words together and call it, like, you know, this is the space tech thing. But that's, a vibro blade is really a thing. So yeah, never mind. That's not what this is. All right, let me find a good picture of its helmet. Let's see what I can do here. Because this is where it's going to get important, right? This is where you want me to get it right, because, man, that I talked about this in the Echo drawing. That helmet is awesome. I don't know how they're going to do it, but that is awesome. Like, I don't know how they're going to put him in the Black Series, because well, go back and I'm not going to bore you with the conversation I've already had. Go back and look at it, or listen to it, the sketch portion where I talk about what I'm talking about right now. So again, I'm not going to bore you with the same conversation, but they got to get it right, because man, it's cool. It's really awesome. This is pretty easy. It's mostly paint. That's what it is about this one. It's raining right now, so if you hear anything in the background outside of the music, that's what it is. Okay, I think I'm good there. Let me erase some of this and we'll get going with the detail. What I like to do is I like to sketch out the placement, and those are my sketch lines, and then as I get more confident, I press harder. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm erasing the sketch lines, but keeping the confidence lines, so I'm not pressing hard enough to erase that. Because I want my Sharpie to stand out, not my pencil lines. If you're working with pencil, you just start pressing harder. You don't have to erase. I'm just doing it so my Sharpie will stand out. Okay, I think that's enough. I can see where we're going to go. So I say we welcome the skippers and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Most of the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than a fine point. You can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. So I'm just going to jump right in with his mask and see what I can do here. I'm going to try, so bear with me. Alright, I gotta open that up a little bit more. So I'm gonna draw the top. Man, I wish I could turn my paper right now. I'm just gonna go straight across, not straight across, curve just a little bit. Just a little bit. Although that looks pretty straight, huh? and open it up for his eye sockets here. I sketched it out a little bit too closed, so I'm trying to open it up a little bit, because it's more open than it is a closed look. Like that. That looks better to me than my sketch. Ooh, you hear that storm? Alright. Okay, so let's try to get the shape, because a lot of it is just going to be color, really. So I'm going to bring the side of his head down like this. I'm going to do the same thing over here, and then we'll add the detail. Alright, and now I can add his little frowny mouth. And then I can add the bottom part of the mask. So the bottom part is like the respirator part, right? that gives it the bottom of the, like this comes through like that, right? But it gives it the bottom of the frown, the old trooper frown. Let's see if we can do a few teeth. I know they're not teeth, but that's the frowny face. And so this is going to come down to the little connectors here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw some circles to try to draw where it's going to go. I'm kind of following my sketch to see where it's going to go. And I'm starting to thicken up my lines too, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm trying to match where it's going to end up going. Okay, so something like that. And all this other stuff, there's going to be some cool detail in it, but again, it's mostly color. So I'm not really too worried about that. I'm just going to kind of follow my sketch here to try to get it back to some awesome looking masks. I wonder if they're going to make these. You know what I mean? Like collectible masks you can wear. I can't afford those, man. That's the one thing I can't afford. I try to pick up the Black Series, but even those the prices are going up, much less a mask. I bought the Kylo Ren mask a long time ago, like when The Force Awakens came out, and that's it. That's the only one I can afford. They just kept going up and up and up, and it's like I would love to have, a Boba Fett or the X-Wing Luke, but I just can't. I can't. It's a lot of money. I mean, it's a lot of money to just put it on a shelf and that's it. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by it's a lot of money. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I own lightsabers. That's a lot of money too. But oh, you know what I can draw? There is like a, let's do this little visor thing. I don't know, there's something about, and again, I don't have a lot, but there's something about the lightsabers that I feel a little bit more like I'm spending money better on lightsabers than I am a helmet. Does that make sense? It doesn't, right? Not at all. All right, top of his head, and it's just a dome. Now look, I'm not going to get it right, but when I thicken my lines up, I can kind of fix it and make it look like I want if it's not exactly the dome shape that I want. But I mean, once you do it, it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. But also, no one's going to look at that and go, what's that on his head? What's the top of his helmet? You know? And then I'm doing my best. That's all you got to say. I'm doing my best. I don't know, but isn't that strange how mentally, I guess because I've always wanted a lightsaber, and I can talk myself into how that's a better purchase or a more valuable purchase than a helmet. I don't know. Crazy, right? Okay, I'm switching over to the big Sharpie, and so now I'm going to try to get the armor right. Let's see what we can do here. So this shoulder is in front of this one, so I'm going to draw this shoulder first, or this shoulder, not pad, but armor, the shoulder armor here, and then I can draw, connect it right there. I can draw his neck like that, and then this piece, I'm going to come in and do this. Going to come down and it's got a little indentation here. I'm trying to think of whether I should do it with this or with the whole thing. Let's go ahead and draw this armpit section over here, and at least close it off. Right, okay, so it's got a certain armor look to it, so I guess I could do it with the big Sharpie. I was just trying to see like what would look better. Like, what should it be, subtle or should it be like full on? Now here it is. Here's the big old edge, you know. Okay, so maybe I'll do this one as let's see, it's gonna come through like this. And then there's one more on top. That's like another edge like this. Because that's the nice thing, is I can always thicken that up if I want to. I can't thin the line. I can thicken it up though. That's not bad. Again, it's mostly going to be color with like that line going down there like that. And that's all connected. So yeah, I think we're good like that. We'll leave it like it is. Okay, so I guess let's draw this arm since it's here in front. So his armpit's coming through here, but he's got that armor piece, right? So you can see some of his arm like this. Obviously, now that's cloth. But this, again, all this doing with color. I'm not worried about the design on it, because it will look better if we do it with color anyway. So now I'm going to draw his elbow to his arm piece. Again, it's cloth, so I like to add a little extra, little, you know, creases in the edge. Oh, and you know what? This does have a little edge to it too. So let's do this. Just to give it something, because it's such a negative space without that color that it needs something, right? So this arm has a little walkie-talkie thing. I don't know why I said that, because I want to say walkie-talkie. On top, close it in like that, and here we'll do, well, no, let's do the top part with the big fat Sharpie, and then I'll do the edge of the armor like that, again, to kind of break it up. And again, like I was talking to there, more subtle than hard edge. Now, his hand is holding the blade, but all you're going to see is like that, because it's pretty much just, you know, the blade is coming through here, the handle is over it, so you're not really seeing anything besides the shape of the hand. So we're kind of getting away with that, but he does have a little protector piece on his top of his hand, so we'll go ahead and do that. Right, so I can draw the wrist, come down to the thumb, but again, the blade is right there, so we're going to draw the handle of it like this. And now see, it's pretty much over the fingers, so I can bring the handle down like that to the hand. There's the thumb all wrapped over. The rest is kind of taking care of itself. So let's do this for the blade. Let's do it with a small Sharpie, just to kind of highlight that it's like that vibro blade type kind of thing. So I'm going to come over like this. Right. There we go. So it's a little bit of a highlight, you know, a little bit of a different feel, because it's thin, it's a blade, it's scary, right? Okay, so this arm is going to be out. I'm going to draw this shoulder pad, not really pad, armor, I guess, out like this. Same thing, we're going to draw what we can see of this piece over here. Oh man, it's really coming down now. I got my window open, so if you can hear white noise in the background or rain noise in the background, that's what that is. Okay. Same thing, arm piece over here. I'm going Let's see, what does he have? He's got some kind of like gun piece on his hand, right? That's what it looks like. Yeah. Okay, all right. There we go. So then, but it's on the other side, so we can't see it. So we're gonna say there's his elbow to his forearm piece. Come through like this. And the other side is where that is. So we'll draw his hand first, and then we'll come back and we'll do the little gun thing that's attached to it. Okay. Okay, and I've been doing hands like this lately, kind of a dramatic, something like that. So we're gonna do that here too. So it's kind of out. Here's his thumb, back into the hand. His fingers are kind of out in a dramatic spread out fashion. Now, again, I've already sketched it, so that's how I can kind of just trace around my drawings. And again, that's why I was going for a very dramatic like that, you know, so the pinky is pretty straight out. Very, very, very super dramatically out, like almost like it looks broken, you know. And since it's a glove, I'm going to add just some bends and folds in there, just to kind of show that it's really stressed out by being, you know, all shaped like that. Maybe bend it a little bit more like that. All right, so he has some kind of gun turret thing on the back. So we'll say all you can really see is like that, right? And it's back here, so we'll go ahead and say like it sticks out like this. Okay? And that's all you can see because it's on the back side of his hand, you know? So if nothing else, we've at least put it there, you know? So if he's arm turned, you'd see more of it. Let's look at it that way. All right, so let's see what I can do for his underwear here. Okay, so he's gonna bend in like this. That's more cloth than it is material. So I'm gonna come down here for his diaper. No, underwear, armor. Oh, but you know, his leg is in front of it, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna come in here, come down to his crotch, and come back up like this, but this armor is gonna kind of get in the way because it's gonna be up like that. Okay? I wanted to draw it first just so I have it in front of that, so I don't accidentally draw through it while I'm trying to close it off like this. And there is kind of a little bit of detail, so I want to put that in. I'm going by the toy as much as I am the animation to help with some of this detail. So when I see stuff like that, it's like, awesome, it's there. Let's put it in, because again, it breaks up the negative space when it should be done with color. Once we do color, all that's going to disappear, so I wouldn't worry too much about it, but It gives us something to draw, right? So, same thing, knee pad is in front of this leg, which was in front of that, so kind of want to draw that stuff first. So let's get down here. Now I've already sketched it out, so that's why I know it's going to come down here and do this. And then I can bring, let's do the knee over here. Well, I guess we got to draw to it. Sorry, I shouldn't have floated it like that, because I was just about to say, well, I can't draw that until I draw the leg. Well, you just did it here. So what's the big deal, old man? So let's close that leg up. Okay. Again, the armor does have some, you know, the clone lines to it. I love that because that just made it to a point. You know what I mean? That's all it took, and it just made it into a point. All right, so let's draw this leg here. So this armor is over and up a little bit, coming down to that knee pad, coming into that one. Again, it's armor, so we got to close it off, and I need to connect it. Right? It can't just be floating. I mean, it can, but we don't want it like that. All right, again, it's cloth, so I like to add my extra little lines in here just to show that it's material that's being pushed as opposed to armor that can't. So yeah, so you can't really see the point on this one, but I can do that at least, you know? Alright, so this knee pad is in front of it, but see, this one's in front of you, this one's off to the side, so we can kind of get away with doing like that for the knee pad. You know, it's in front of here, like that, you would see it, but because we're looking at it to the side, we kind of get away with just drawing it like that, like showing that much of it. All right, how's yours coming out, by the way? I didn't ask. It better be awesome. Well, not that it better be awesome. I hope that was an awesome response. I hope you're like, yes, mine's coming out great. Let's keep going. So I'm going to tuck it in just a little bit underneath like that. I'm going to bring it back down. Closing off the leg. Again, before I forget, I want to add wrinkles to the material. You don't have to. I just like to show that it's bendable. You know, that it's got flexible material as opposed to all this armor. And that's what it is. We draw so much armor. I kind of want to show that some of it moves. You know, you have some movement someplace. Not the armor. The armor doesn't move. Okay, again, there's got to connect in here somewhere, so we're going to say that's all you can see of the leg. There's another stripe down the middle, but I'll do that with color. I'm not worrying about that. So now we just got to add some feet, and that's it. Just some old clone shoes. You know how they ride with their little things in the front there. Their little, what do I want to call them? Like croc straps. I mean, they're not, but I don't know. That's what I see. Now, this one's more pointed at you, so I'm just going to come down here, draw the old strap, the old trooper strap is what we'll call it. Come down here to the front of the toe, and it's pointed at you, so we're looking at it from a front view more than we are side profile. So it looks a little odd until you start giving it a little bit of detail, kind of fleshing it out, so to speak. Okay, so now I'm just going to come around here for the front. We'll say that little thing is like that. And those little lines, little trooper shoe lines. Yeah, the second one there. There you go. So I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Hunter from the Bad Batch of Star Wars.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.